The other question I had this morning was can you just elaborate again how you're from Londonderry?
Yes.
You're on the
Ltown.
spectrum,
Mhm.
and you know John Besky said it about a few weeks ago.
Yes.
I think I said you off guard, but if he was watching your stupid show, I don't say stupid. He probably. I'm speaking on his
Yes,
behalf,
because I
but
have
because
empathy.
I do awful talk here.
Well, Apple talk is
What
just
was your read, or what was your
Apple talk is another word for saying that you have empathy. Just saying.
what was your read, or what was your experience with him, and the just tell the story again. I think just be better repeat it because maybe you'll be more better refined. Cause I was shocked.
Well, what happened was I knew his son Sam. I don't know how old he's got to be in his 20s now. He
Uh
was
huh.
on my bus route from
Uh huh.
22 to uh 2005. Um he was nonverbal. He was a very youthful, I mean just a standard autistic that looks like the cute little boy stereotype. He he was nonverbal, but in I think it was in '04 if I remember correctly, or maybe early '05. I was a senior year at that point. We were bus sharing because he went to the same GLAC program on the same facility but a different program, and he had a meltdown, and it was really he had several severe meltdowns when in in and they didn't know what to do because crisis management wasn't really taught on a driver monitor level, which don't get me started on the lack of training on autism in general, which is to, again, high functioning autistic that doesn't have empathy. Um, so he had this meltdown, and we pulled over at the exit 3 way station, and a New Hampshire State Police trooper um, we were pulled over. He came onto the scene, and the driver said he was having a seizure. And I know what a seizure is and what's a meltdown. So I I stepped up, so to speak, and I said, no, he's not having a seizure. The concern was I was afraid it was going to escalate to more and more issues, and I just felt like I didn't want to create a false alarm, and I felt that I had to do something. Um, I again by anyone who's nonverbal. I don't speak for anyone who's nonverbal, but God, I've seen John Best through the window on the school bus, and he just looked like a fucking loose nut most of the time. He had bolts that needed to be screwed in, and he gave empty threats to the school district litigiously. He's trying to run for governor for fuck's sakes. I mean, how can Sam not have a meltdown? He's got to hold it in at home and then meltdown on his way to school. I mean, seriously, that cannot be illogical from any rational point of view. And the only person that could speak with authority, with it, the closest person on the spectrum, would be me. And I'm not one that sympathizes with Ari Nehan or any of the other high functioning assholes of the
Uh huh.
SAN, because they of course they say nothing about us with us. We're so great. We are shit does as well. Blah 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 blah. It's like, come on, you guys, come on. It's ridiculous, and I felt
Oh
so
God.
bad for him. I felt so bad for him in the right, and I always wonder where he was up to. In all seriousness, I mean, like I said, I found the blog like in 2012, 2014, and like, God, for this child to have this kind of father, you want to talk about men? John Best was a loose cannon, to say the least. And I don't have any fear to say that publicly.
Uh
Just from
huh.
experience, I've never shared it.
Dear.
Yeah, I've never shared it to the world until recently.
The thing I like about your commentary on this subject is at least you try to give. You can't speak for anybody else, normies or not, and you always try to give some voice to the people who can't speak for themselves, which is just the high functioning assholes. Are you the one that called them high functioning assholes?
I'll take
Okay.
credit.
Yeah, you always try to give them the voice, and I think the problem is people are expecting you to not have any empathy because you're disabled you to not have empathy, which I just find a lot of crap, and it really sucks. And
I know.
but you always do this, and I think that is something that you should keep on doing because people people need to be heard and not just be seen or just be seen and then people just expect the standard treatment, whatever the standard treatment is. It's infuriating. And I don't know how you have put it up for all the 30 something years of your existence,
It
because
feels
I could see
stronger.
why someone would want to jump into a pool in their death. Not saying it's right, but God, that must. When you found out he had the blog, you must have just cringed.
Oh, I just froze like what? I mean, I knew it
Oh
was
wow.
sad, but it was like, oh my god, he's just
Oh
so
wow.
sad.
Well,
He's a little
I
sad.
appreciate what you've done, and have a good rest of your morning. And maybe it'd be fun to listen in the morning too, because maybe I could get out my ass out of bed better, and
Oh,
so because I'm on the I
yeah, I
it's
appreciate
2 to 10.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you
So
so
I
much.
need something to kick me up in the morning. So you tend to do that really well. So
I'm your natural
yeah, I
coffee.
gotta go. Have a good one, dude.